Alright, back again, Luke here. And today we've got out the old Super NES, and I figured we could put in this game here. Demon's Crest. So, let's pop this in and play some of that. Well, this is a really awesome game here. This is one that I put up maybe a couple of years ago on the Super Famicom. But this is the NTSC version here, and we'll let the intro roll through. This is probably one of the coolest games for the SNES in terms of like along the lines of the Ghosts and Ghouls series. And still yet, we have a bit more of an intro to go here. We'll just let it roll all the way through. It's a little bit long, but it's pretty cool to watch. And there's our intro. So a bit long there, about 5 minutes or almost 6 minutes here of an intro, but nonetheless it gives you a little bit of an idea of what the background story and everything is. So we'll jump in here and we'll start it up. Now at the beginning you can go in, start the game right up. You can go into the continue section where you have to enter a code. It has a lot of characters to it, or you can go into the options menu here. Option menu will allow you to just change around, I think, some of the basics as far as the key configuration, the jumps, special attack, and whatnot. But we'll just exit out of here, jump into the main game, and game will start up here with its intro. So basic buttons you have here is your B button. If you press it once, you'll jump. If you press it twice, you'll actually hover, and you can hover indefinitely here. Your other button is your Y button, which is your attack. Nope, didn't time that one right. And you just gotta get used to the flying part in this first part. And then it'll take you out of this first section. So at this point here, you can just stay and hover and shoot him. And this one here will refill your power as well as give you an extra orb there in the upper left-hand corner. And jump us into our first stage here. Now this game is just absolutely beautiful. Just the looks, the music, everything about it is fantastic. In order to destroy some of these statues here, you have to press up and... what is it? Or, not up. You have to press the A button when you're up against it. Your jump button here is your B button, shot is Y, and you can hover once again just by pressing the same button twice. Lots of coins to collect throughout the game here, which can give you power-ups or can give you places to buy stuff at the shop. And some other things too, if we press the start menu, you'll notice that there's a lot of different spaces in here. These are Crest powers that you get throughout the game, as well as spells which you can buy, potions which you can find throughout the game, talismans which you can get through clearing the stages as well. So the Crest powers will change your character, allow you to transform into another monster, which is kind of cool, that has different abilities. And you'll get that once you defeat some of the enemies here. What's really cool about the game is it does have multiple endings depending on how you play. If you go throughout the game here and you try to pick up everything, you try to get defeat everything in the correct order, then you'll get a different ending, whereas if you were to just kind of jump around, now to jump around too and to play the game differently takes much more skill. Coming up on our first boss. Try and see if we can get rid of this guy as quick as possible. He'll turn different colors here the more you get him down. Probably gonna get hit quite a bit here, but See if we can get him down. There we go. And there's our first boss down, or second boss if you want to count the first one as well. And what this will do is it'll bring us into the next section here, which is a bit more tricky. A lot more awesome things to find in this stage here. I believe this is where we can get one of our potions. The game does take a little bit of getting used to, especially with the jumping aspect of it. Having to press the same button twice in order to fly, because that will sometimes throw you off. But other than that, the game, the storyline, everything is really well designed. And just an all-around great game. Some people claim that the game is a bit too short. When I played it, I haven't found that it's super short, but it will take you some time to get through it. You'll notice here we have our spells, and we have a potion here, or urn. Still no Crest powers that we can transform into, but... To climb walls here, you just hold to the left or the right on the wall, and then jump as you go along. See how quickly we can go through here. You can just listen to that music. Fantastic. Coming up on our boss here. Let's see if we can do this a bit quickly. This is the first time we fight him, it shouldn't be too bad here. Obviously, I want to try and get him to come down here as quickly as possible. This is really sloppy. Playing way too sloppy there. Just trying to rush it. So it'll make you start back here if you do lose. Let's see if we can try this again. But nonetheless, just want to share with you guys a bit of a look at what Demon's Crest looks like here for the Super NES, and it's fantastic. I mean, wonderful game here with a lot of challenge to it throughout the game as you go along. I think I can use my special weapon, I think, as well. Yeah. we can get him to come down lower. Not that low. Come on. Come on. Take him a few more shots, at least before he gets down to there we go. This one here is just kind of almost like a little bit of a prologue to an extent. And we get our first crest. So now we can morph into another gargoyle, which will come in handy in the next stage here. If you look on the map by pressing start, you can see the first, second, third stage, and fourth stage here. This should be stage 2. And you can choose to do these in order or to change it up a little bit. But if we press the start button here, go down to our crest, and then press on the Y button, we'll now morph into a different gargoyle, which has a different ability. This gargoyle here has the ability to run into things and break items. Unfortunately, if you want to open doors or so, you need to go back to your regular gargoyle. And throughout the game you'll find different passageways where they'll tell you secrets or they'll tell you stories about the game. But the music and everything, just the way the game was designed, it really makes you wish they made more than just this. And they would have made it a bit longer, because this game is just, it's too cool to be only this. But there's also a running, let's see here, dash move here where you can slam some items, you can throw them against the wall here, and they'll create items like that, or places where you can lay down. Let's see if we can get inside this area here and show you guys another secret. Here's another spot where we can do that. So this is where we'll come up on one of our bosses, I think, later on in this stage. But the game has got all sorts of secrets in it. Trying to think, I think that one needs just a regular shot. But this is one of those games that's just constantly going up in price. So if you do find it, you should try and pick it up as quickly as you can, as the game does have a tendency to get more and more expensive as the years go on here. But nonetheless, just want to give you guys a little bit of a look at what Demon's Crest looks like here for the Super NES, and a wonderful game. Absolutely fantastic. And I would totally recommend picking it up if you get the chance. But that's about all for me for right now. Like always, I'll put up another video here soon, so thanks for watching. You can also drop and fall here. by pressing the button and then pressing it again really quickly. So, gotta make sure that you actually equip it here. But it's got some pretty cool lighting effects as well. And these demons here, they'll try and blow out the candles, which is kind of cool. And when the candles go out there, or the lamps, then it makes it almost impossible to see here. Oh, I didn't even notice I had no health left. And here it'll allow you to select a stage or retry or whatnot. So, but this is where if you decide that this stage is too difficult, you can go out of the stage or you can retry it. If you die in the stage, by hitting end is the only way that you can get the password. So it's something that you have to keep in mind. If you try and restart from where you were last time, you have to hit end first in order to get that password, or else you won't have a password. So it's one of those things that's a bit irritating, and when you first play it, you're like, why is there no password? I'm just playing for a very long time, and the game constantly keeps throwing stuff at me, but I just can't find a save spot, and that's why. So the password will just be given to you after you hit end. These things suck your face off. And the ghosts, they just they try to destroy you. Well, I could probably show you guys the password here, considering we're gonna die. So the ghosts are constantly blowing out the candles here, so you can't see what to do. And this would be our segue into our boss battle, which we are going to lose at quite quickly. Let's see if we can do this. I've only got a couple minutes here left on my camera, so it'll probably abruptly stop, unfortunately, but if you guys stuck on this long, then cool stuff, and see you guys here again soon. I didn't see you. Jeez. And that's the other thing too, you have to wait for your shot to sometimes come back if it goes across the screen, so. Sometimes these eyeballs will drop they'll drop like places for you to get health, so. But we go over to our end and it'll show you your password, and that's the end of that. So if you guys stuck on this long, then thanks again, and we'll see you here soon.